Close encounters, alien sightings and unexplained UFO phenomena. It all sounds very X-Files, but tonight we look at the documented Australian cases that were marked top secret and kept hidden for the past 3 decades. Well, not anymore, because as Glenn Conley reports, the truth is finally out there.
It was circular, it was dark, sort of charcoal grey, and it showed up on the radar screen. They got a good look. Those sorts of encounters have happened, but they just get sort of brushed away.
It's the greatest mystery in science. Are we alone? Aside from watching the X-Files, most of us give little thought to aliens, extraterrestrials or close encounters. But now, for the first time, the accounts of many who do believe there's someone or something else out there can be made public.
They're restricted, classified or secret. I noticed a very bright light closing fast from 1 o'clock.
Dominic McNamara is a mild-mannered electrical engineer. He's also head of the Australian UFO Research Centre and has devoted several years to unlocking hundreds of restricted files from the government's top-secret National Archive, detailing UFO sightings from everyone from outback drunks to the military's top brass.
If their own personnel saw something, and then your military base personnel watching the radar saw the same thing, it's very hard to question their credibility.
If we have been visited by our intergalactic neighbours, the chances are they reckon this is the capital of the entire planet. It's Woomera in outback South Australia. According to the unlocked files, it has just about the highest rate of UFO sightings of anywhere in the world. Everything from distant dancing lights to close encounters with aliens. There's even some who say they've been beamed up and taken aboard friendly flying saucers.
They're tracking some target vehicle that they're looking at, and another object flies into the airspace. Nobody knows where it came from. They pick it up, they track it. It does phenomenal speeds and right-angle turns.
It's an amazing place. Apart from the incredible isolation, Woomera, a government-owned restricted military region and until recently home to detainees seeking asylum in Australia, is flat, dry and a bit dull. It's where our Department of Defence has tested its aircraft, weaponry and rockets for decades. But as they watched the skies, they saw a lot more than their own planes. Now declassified and found, their secrets are revealed. Like the night the Air Force tested a plane called the Canberra.
This object descended, came across the flight path of the Canberra, literally waiting for it, matched its speed, tracked with it, watched what it was doing, supposedly, and then when it departed the range, it did so over a timed section on the radar over 10 seconds between 2 points at 3,600 miles an hour in around the early 1950s. Now, that just wasn't possible.
The locals are proud of whatever it is that's going on over their heads while they sleep.
Ever seen anything yourself?
I thought I did one night when I was about 10 years old. Didn't have lights on it, but it was just a big cigar-shaped thing. Now,
you may laugh. After all, if we have been watched, you'd think the aliens would have made themselves a little more obvious after all these years. The sceptics seem to think it has more to do with the boredom of life in an outback town, the crystal clear desert skies, or something in the water, or maybe the wine. The cynics have a few questions of their own too, like why would hundreds and hundreds of UFO sightings by respected, intelligent people like military officers and aviation experts be marked top secret and locked away for 50 years? Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Why would documents on UFOs be secret or classified or deemed matter for national security?
Well, you have to remember, of course, that 50 years ago the Cold War was pretty much raging.
Dominic McNamara says there's little doubt many of the 1,800 files were deliberately hidden or made difficult to find. Precisely what you can read into that is as much up for debate as the contents of the files themselves.
Well, let's put it this way, the old poster that used to say, I want to believe down at the bottom, I changed it to say, I already believe, now I just want to hear about it.
That report from Glenn Conley, and due to our late-breaking story on the sacking of law professor Andrew Fraser, we're unable to bring you our promoted story on Family Feud, so we'll have that for you tomorrow night, where we look at why so many families turn on each other, the triggers and the fights that can last forever.